Hey vinyl community, it's Michael. Welcome back to Near Wild Heaven. What's playing right now? This is Biff Bang Pow and Love Is Forever. And the song that was playing is Ice Cream Machine. This is a indie pop band from Britain. They took their name, Biff Bang Pow, they took their name from a song by The Creation. But great stuff. Really good indie rock, alternative rock, just great stuff. Check it out if you don't know about it. Biff Bang Pow and Love Is Forever. So today's video is going to be 15 albums from 1988. And I haven't done a year video in quite a while, so the last one I did was 87, so I'm gonna catch up and do 1988 now. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. And first up, this is the Mighty Lemon Drops, World Without End. When these guys first came out, they were criticized for sounding like Echo and the Bunnymen, but after a couple other albums, I think this is their third album, after a couple other albums they kind of lost that sound and started getting into their own sound. But yeah, this is a great album. Kind of new wavy, little bit of punk elements in there, but songs like Inside Out, One by One, and Everything You Do, No Bounds, Fall Down Like the Rain, Hollow Inside, all of it's just really good stuff. It's the Mighty Lemon Drops and World Without End. Up next, this is the Primitives and Lovely. I think this might be their only album, but this is a female-led vocals, kind of jangly pop some, but this is another British band, indie band from Britain, and they do songs like Crash, which was the single off of this, pretty good song, Carry Me Home, Shadow, Through the Flowers, that's a great song, I'll Stick With You, Nothing Left, Stop Killing Me, Ocean Blue, and Buzz Buzz Buzz. But yeah, good stuff from the Primitives. And there's the inner sleeve, and some credits, a picture of the band, and it's on RCA label there. You can see that. But yeah, great stuff from the Primitives and Lovely. And up next, this is Perubu, the Tenement Year. This was Perubu's comeback album. They kind of broke up like in 1980, and they all went off to do like solo projects and stuff. But in 1988, they decided to get back together. Actually, this is almost entirely all new lineup. There's only 3 people on here from the original lineup. And yeah, this is just great stuff. One of my favorite bands from Cleveland, but they do songs like Something's Gotta Give, George Had a Hat, Busman's Holiday, Say Goodbye, Universal Vibration, Dream the Moon, and the single that came off of this was called We Have the Technology. But they were making an attempt to be more commercial sounding than their previous records, because they were very avant-garde, experimental. They got to a point where some of their albums I just couldn't listen to. I couldn't get into them because they were just too far out there. But this one, they came back down to earth and decided to be a little bit more commercial. And I think they did a pretty good job. There's a couple other albums after this that were also in a commercial vein, but then they went back to their more experimental punk origins. But yeah, great stuff from Perubu in the Tenement Year. And up next, this is Galaxy 500 Today. This is their first album. This band was heavily influenced by the Velvet Underground. Got that sound that they did, the droning and the guitars, but just great stuff. Dean Wareham was a huge Velvet Underground fan, and it shows on this album. I mean, they got like their own sound incorporated into it, but you can hear the influence of the Velvets on this. But they do songs like Flowers, Parking Lot, Don't Let Our Youth Go to Waste, Temperatures Rising, Oblivious, Tugboat, all pretty good stuff from Galaxy 500. And this is on a label called 2020, and it's a 2009 reissue. But I think it'd be kind of hard to see the label there, but there you go. But yeah, great stuff from Galaxy 500 and Today. And up next, this is The Liars, band from Boston, garage rock. This is great. I love this band. The first song on here is called Here's a Heart, and it has Stiv Bators on vocals. But other songs like On Fire, Every Man for Himself, Feel Good, I'll Try You Anyway, Worried About Nothing, Touch. That song includes guest vocalist Wally Tax, who was from the Holland band The Outsiders. And that track was recorded live in Holland with Wally Tax. So yeah, but great stuff here. Running Through the Night's another good song. Jagged Time Lapse, Knock My Socks Off. All of it's just great stuff. And inside here, this is like a family tree of The Liars, including DMZ and The Liars. But yeah, great stuff. If you like garage rock, check out The Liars. And A Promise is a Promise. And up next, this is The Fall, the Friends Experiment. This is, I don't know, I think probably like their 10th album or something, because these guys are putting out, seems like they're putting out albums like one every month. But yeah, this is great stuff. Got songs like the title song Friends, Carry Bag Man. They do a great cover of the Kinks' Victoria on here. And they also had a single off of here called Hit the North, which is a pretty good song. Also, In These Times, The Steak Place, Guest Informant, and Oswald Defense Lawyer. But yeah, this is really good stuff from The Fall. There's Marky Smith, the leader, and man, that guy was almost every Fall album had a different lineup, and they had like hundreds of albums out. I'm exaggerating there a little bit, but yeah, they did have a lot of albums out. And Mark Smith, he got in a fight with just about everybody in his band. So every album there was a different lineup because he couldn't stand anybody. But yeah, this is really good stuff from The Fall and the Friends Experiment. And up next, this is the Dream Syndicate, Ghost Stories. This is pretty good. Kind of typical sound of the Dream Syndicate. They were influenced by Velvets, and Steve Wynn, leader of the band, does vocals and guitar. He writes most of the songs, and they are all pretty good songs on here. Songs like The Side I'll Never Show, My Old Haunts, Loving the Sinner, Hating the Sin, Weathered and Torn, See that my grave is kept clean, I Have Faith, Someplace Better Than This, and When the Curtain Falls. But yeah, really good stuff from the Dream Syndicate. Like I said, kind of typical of their sound, if you're familiar with them. Kind of Velvet's inspired. But yeah, just really good stuff. The Dream Syndicate and Ghost Stories. And up next, this is The Church, Starfish. This is fantastic. This is really, really good. The Church is one of my all-time favorite bands. But this has the hit Under the Milky Way, and other songs like Destination, Blood Money, North, South, East, and West, Spark, Antenna, Reptile, A New Season. But yeah, it's really good. I really enjoy this album. Inner sleeve with some credits on that side and a starfish on that side. And this is on the Arista label. But yeah, this is great stuff. Yeah, this is really good stuff from The Church and Starfish. And up next is Camper Van Beethoven, Our Beloved Revolutionary Sweetheart. This was their first album for a major label. And it's from, 1988. This is an original. But yeah, this is great stuff on here. The songs like Change Your Mind, My Path Belated, Never Go Back, The Fool, Life is Grand, The Eye of Fatima, great song. There's part 1 and part 2 to that. And they do a cover of a song called Oh Death, which was like a standard old blues number from the 30s or 20s or maybe even earlier than that. She Divines Water is another good one. Devil Song, One of These Days, Turquoise Jewelry, but all pretty good stuff from Camper Van Beethoven and Our Beloved Revolutionary Sweetheart. It's great stuff. And up next is R.E.M. Green. This is great. This is their first album for Warner Brothers. And they do great songs on here like Pop Song 89, Get Up, You Are the Everything, Stand. I know some people couldn't stand, but it's okay. It's a good pop song. But I can see it was played a lot. It was overplayed, so a lot of people got tired of hearing it. But other songs like World Leader Pretend, Orange Crush, great song on there. But yeah, this is a fantastic album. You know, R.E.M. always delivered a great album. There's a credits, small picture of the band, and then more credits. But yeah, great stuff from Green, R.E.M. Is one of their first political albums. So I guess the 2 previous albums before that, they started getting a little bit more political, but by the time Green came out, they were like totally into being political. So up next, this is Wire, A Bell is a Cup, Until It Is Struck. This was their comeback album. It's kind of like the same thing as Pere Ubu. The band made several albums from 1977 through somewhere in the early 80s, and then they all went off and did solo projects, and then they got back together, and this is the result of their first reunion. But songs on here like Silk Skin Paws, The Finest Drops, The Queen of and the King of Free Falling Divisions, Boiling Boy, Kidney Bingos, Come Back in Two Halves. But great stuff from Wire. There's lyrics and odd looking cover, but yeah, kind of new wavy sounding, a little bit experimental, but great stuff nonetheless. The Wire, A Bell is a Cup Until It Is Struck. And so a few more here. Up next, this is Iggy Pop, Instinct. I saw him for this tour, and it was pretty good. This one was more of like a harder rock sound. He was going back to more like his punk roots, doing this. But songs on here like Cold Metal, High on You, Strong Girl, Tom Tom, Easy Rider, Power and Freedom, Tough Baby, Squarehead. But yeah, good stuff from Iggy Pop and Instinct. And up next, this is Living Color, Vivid. This was their first album. This is excellent stuff. Vernon Reid is excellent guitarist on here. This is some of the songs on here was produced by Mick Jagger. But yeah, this is great stuff here, especially the song Cult of Personality is probably their most well-known song from this album. But great stuff. Yeah, just such a good song. But other songs like I Want to Know, Middleman, Desperate People, Funny Vibe, Memories Can't Wait, Glamour Boys, What's Your Favorite Color, Which Way to America, all just great stuff from Living Color and Vivid. And up next, this is Loop, and Fade Out is the title of the album. This is very droney, really good stuff. I love this band. Just great songs on here too, like Black Sun, This Is Where You End, Fever Knife, A Vision Stain, title song Fade Out, and Gotta Get It Over. But yeah, really good stuff from Loop and Fade Out. And final one here, this is a compilation called Crash Course in Cleveland Life, and it's all Cleveland bands from the 80s. You got bands like Art Party, the song's title is Art Party, the band is called Sosumi. And other bands like the 14th Floor, Snyders of Berlin, which is funny because that was a brand name of a local potato chip company called Snyders, and it was called Snyders of Berlin. Also bands like Euthanasia, the Vivians, the Floyd Band. Great stuff though. Songs like Flipper Must Die by Euthanasia, The Smoker by the Vivians, Love Ain't Worth a Dime, the Floyd Band. But yeah, pretty good stuff. Nice compilation of Cleveland bands, independent label here. This is on, I don't think it even has a label Synthetic Records is the name of the label. But yeah, this is great stuff. Good compilation from Cleveland new wave bands from the 80s. Just great stuff. So that's it for this week. I hope you all enjoyed that. Thanks to everyone who leaves comments. Thanks to everyone who subscribes. And I guess that'll do it for this week. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Hope you're listening to great music, and we'll catch you next week. Take care, VC.